What is left to believe in when you are betrayed by your own?
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and how is it possible that late last night a Call of Duty partner accidentally started streaming Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, then earlier today another Call of Duty partner accidentally revealed that they received a nuclear launch code from Activision. Now, in today's video we're also going to be talking about some new plot details that were just revealed by Treyarch about Black Ops Cold War's story. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, I just want to remind you guys that my merch has now moved over to Teespring, which means you can find all of my merch right below my videos there, as you can see, and you can also find my merch with the link down below in the description if you guys are interested. Now, first and foremost, Charlie Intel just reported that the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal on September the 9th will feature the biggest streamers in the world come together with Call of Duty developers to give you a deep dive into the latest multiplayer experience across new maps, modes, and experiences. So I guess you could say this is Activision's way of addressing the unfortunate gameplay leak last night, since in the gameplay leak you could very clearly see there are quite a few big streamers in that match of VIP over on the Miami map. I was getting some real Black Ops 2 Plaza vibes from that beautiful Miami gameplay. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. Again, I can't show it to you, but you'll find it all over the internet. Now, again, it doesn't seem like it'll be these streamers' first time looking at Black Ops Cold War multiplayer next Wednesday. They'd have already played it, so I guess they'll somehow be a part of the reveal process with Treyarch and Raven. But earlier today, this honestly blew my mind. Chaos X Silencer was apparently streaming, and on stream went ahead and showed that he received in the mail a nuclear launch code from Activision. He even tweeted out a video talking about the nuclear launch code, which he quickly deleted. I think it was like a couple of minutes later, so he may have accidentally revealed something a little too early, but what are the odds that it happened today? So maybe he somehow thought that this nuclear event was supposed to happen today, but it may be happening on Monday, so I'll keep you guys updated as this story develops. But he didn't actually show what the nuclear launch code was, so we can't really experiment with anything or test out what his code meant. We have no idea what it was, and he didn't show it for a reason, so I'm sure whatever it's tied to is going to be huge. We of course heard from different insiders that there are at least 2 more live events coming to Warzone that are associated with Black Ops Cold War, so as of now we could assume one of those events is going to be a Nuke event from Mucker 10, and the other event may be zombies related based on my recent video where we went over the Zombies Royale mode, which is coming to Warzone soon, and the Zombies Royale mode sounds like it's going to be pretty epic on a fairly large scale, so either it's a live event or the theme of an upcoming season. We'll just have to wait and see. But now the real question is, who are we nuking, right? We're not going to nuke Verdansk, are we? I mean, that's a possibility too, but with 2 more live events happening, I'd assume that the Nuke event is at least one of those, so maybe in the aftermath of whatever explosion happens, that's how zombies could fit in. We create zombies with the explosion. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities going around about that, but I did hear a great theory that the nuke should and could possibly lead us into a transition into the new Warzone map that'll be featured for Black Ops Cold War. That's a great idea and all, but the nuke event may be happening sooner than expected based on Chaos X Silencer's video from earlier today. But let me know what you think of that down below in the comments. I would love to show you guys the video of Chaos holding the nuclear launch code, but it's risky, right? We're not going to try to risk the video getting taken down. Now, Chaos also had what appeared to be some new promotional art for the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal, and unfortunately there isn't an image or video out there of what it looked like, but I had my good buddy Fajardi recreate it so you guys can see, and I'm sure you'll see it pop up officially once we get a little bit closer to the multiplayer reveal. It of course resembles the art that was done for Obama just a couple of years ago. Doug Is Raw also casually went live on Twitch earlier today, just playing some Modern Warfare. He didn't address anything to do with Black Ops Cold War from my understanding, but on his desktop, which he showed for a couple of seconds, you could see a folder that said Call of Duty 2020, so it's almost like Call of Duty partners aren't even trying at this point to conceal that they've played Treyarch's new game early. I'm not sure what's going on there. It almost feels staged at this point because of how silly all these leaks have been, but it's like I said before, for whatever reason over the past year and a half, leaks have been through the roof, and I prefer if it wasn't that way. I would love to go back to the Black Ops 3 era of strong marketing and really energetic community hype, where we don't need leaks to kind of get everybody excited for what is to come. But at this point, we've seen gameplay of multiplayer. We know exactly who's a part of the early reveal event, right? All the Call of Duty streamers, and now we know there's a nuclear event happening. So would have been great if all that was a surprise, but unfortunately, that's just not how life works as of now. But over the past couple of days, as you guys may have seen, Treyarch has been revealing new intel about the Black Ops Cold War story, specifically with the main characters are going to be playing as in the upcoming campaign. Now, they actually provided backstory for Mason, Woods, and Hudson. In case you didn't play Black Ops 1, I will leave that down below in the description. But let's go ahead and read the new plot going forward for these characters in Black Ops Cold War. So, what lies ahead for Mason is the following. Fast forward to January 8th, 1981, Mason receives an unexpected phone call from Hudson, who wants to get the old team back together. If Mason will return as a CIA operative, he's to immediately report to Amsterdam to rendezvous with his former partner, Sergeant Frank Woods, along with the mysterious operative Russell Adler. As it turns out, a covert mission to end the Iran hostage crisis would end up revealing a far greater threat. Now, when it comes to Sergeant Frank Woods, the man himself, you know you can't kill Frank Woods. He was presumed dead in one of the last missions of the Black Ops 1 campaign, but he later escapes. We all know that. And before he gets recaptured in the beginning of Black Ops 2, there's quite a bit that Woods went through right before that, and some of that is featured within Black Ops Declassified when he goes on missions with Mason, as I've gone over. I'll have the full Black Ops Declassified plot also down below in the description in a really exciting video that I made a couple of weeks ago. But what lies ahead after Black Ops Declassified is around a decade later, on January 13, 1981, in Trabzon, Turkey, Woods learns about a legendary Soviet operative whose existence has been questioned even within the deepest ranks of the CIA. Within a matter of weeks, he joins a newly assembled team tasked with tracking down this dangerous figure at any cost, and the next chapter of his story begins. Now, when it comes to Jason Hudson, the man who's been recasted so many times by now, he was Ed Harris, aka RoboCop in Black Ops 1, then he was Michael Keaton, aka the Batman in Black Ops 2. Now he is being played by some unknown voice actor, but what lies ahead for him is on January 17, 1981, Hudson calls upon his old colleague Russell Adler to form an elite team of operatives in the pursuit of a dangerous Soviet agent. Although he doesn't fully trust them and disagrees with some of his more unconventional methods, Hudson knows that if anyone has the personal motivation to see this task through to its conclusion, it's Adler. So I love how Hudson is playing a pretty large role in this game. I loved Hudson in Black Ops 1. He unfortunately died in Black Ops 2, but it's all a matter of how his arc kind of pans out here within Black Ops Cold War. The fact that he's connected with Adler also makes me feel like it's going to be a bit of a personal story for Hudson if Adler ends up being bad. I can tell you right now, Adler is not Perseus. I won't spoil what's going on with that, but I know Adler is definitely not Perseus. Now, moving on to some of the new characters, right? We start off here with Russell Adler. Born in 1937, Adler has become a mystery even to those who have worked by his side for years. His history before joining the CIA in 1966 is known only to a few within Langley. In 1967, Adler was assigned to the MACV SOG unit in Vietnam, investigating covert Soviet activity. After Vietnam, Adler disappeared from CIA records, but continued to be affiliated with a number of clandestine operations. He possesses a cold confidence that commands the room. He rarely smiles, but maintains a biting, dry wit. Capable of switching between disarming charisma and emotionless brutality in an instant, Adler enjoys intimidating those around him and excels at it. His deep knowledge of covert tactics, fluency in Russian and German, and mastery of espionage makes him one of the few key operatives that the CIA can constantly rely on. And Adler's going to be an interesting character. I almost feel like he may be bad, but is not the main villain. He could be working with the villain as an undercover. Maybe there's a plot twist where it's a bit of a red herring, where you think it's Adler throughout the whole fucking campaign, and then it's not. How funny would that be? Now, we also have some information about how Adler sets out to assemble a covert strike team of new and familiar faces to track down a lead in the city of Amsterdam. These are tried and true operatives he believes he can trust to get the job done, but where this trail leads, only time will tell. We have Helen Park, duty to the crown, as we saw in the PC trailer. Helen Park entered Oxford at the young age of 16 while working on her doctorate in international relations. Her older brother was severely injured in the IRA car bomb attack in London, reason, leading her to immediately drop out from the program. She began to study the origins and motivations of international paramilitary organizations, eventually leading her to join the ranks of M16. After several years of international assignments, Park was placed on protection service for 2 British scientists. Under Park's watch, the team was set to travel to clandestine location to collaborate with the CIA on an officially sponsored project. There she met Adler, a key figure in the new program, and personally took on an expanded role in its development, after which she would join Adler on an ad hoc black operations team, utilizing the fruits of their labor together. However, the interests of M16 and the crown always come first for Park, whether her new partners know it or not. And last but definitely not least, we have some other new characters that we also briefly saw in some of the trailers recently. We have Lazar and Sims. So starting off with Lazar, he was the second child born to professors of political science at the American University in Washington, D.C. Lazar's father accepted a position at the School of Law and Economics, moving his family to Israel to be closer to his own ailing parents. As a result, Buddy stood out for his athleticism and strength, excelling on every team he was a member of. He was, of course, wearing the Burger Town t-shirt in the recent PC trailer for NVIDIA. After returning from 4 years at Royal Holloway, University of London, where he began to go by the nickname Lazar, the young Buddy entered the Israel Defense Forces. Following a distinguished stint, he was recruited into Israel's intelligence agency, the Mossad. There, Lazar developed a reputation not only for explosive power, but also for his unflappability. After several years working alongside agents of the CIA, Lazar decided to leave the Mossad, utilizing his dual citizenship to join the CIA directly as a Middle East specialist. In early 1981, his talents would be pushed to their limits as he joins the new team against an unknown global threat. Now we have Lawrence Sims, the unfortunate son, born in 1942 at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Lawrence has been entrenched in military culture his entire life, for better or for worse. After the loss of his father, he developed a laid-back and lightly sarcastic persona, studying the world with detached amusement. Sims quickly immersed himself in the world of technology, both military and consumer, quietly focused on following in his father's footsteps. After receiving a scholarship and graduating from the Rochester Institute of Technology, Sims entered the Army, where he served for 2 years before joining the ranks of the CIA. In a twist of fate, his first major assignment was a placement on Russell Adler's SOG team in Vietnam, where he immediately became one of Adler's favorite cohorts. Sims has continued to be a constant presence on Adler's teams ever since, including the fateful operation that would bring him face to face with Alex Mason and Frank Woods. As Treyarch made clear, and that's a wrap, at least for now. Thanks to our friends at Raven Software for the intel, and a huge thank you to the entire Black Ops community for following us down the rabbit hole this far. Oh, you have no idea how deep it's going to get. Hope you're as ready as we are for the worldwide reveal of Black Ops Cold War multiplayer on September the 9th. See you then. So Treyarch and Raven are already killing it with providing us with something nearly every single day. So people out there who are thinking there's going to be a dead period before the beta or before the release of the game, Treyarch and Raven have us covered when it comes to campaign, multiplayer, and of course, eventually, zombies as well. But that is about it. This has been DK Dynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about the story of Black Ops Cold War thus far? Are you guys optimistic about the campaign? Are you worried about the multiplayer? Leave all your thoughts down below, and peace out, everyone.